Buddy Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, for our main event of the evening. 12 rounds of heavyweights between these two great warriors. Peters is approaching the ring now, and this ring walk can tell you so much. Look at the focus on his face. Ортис is making his way to the ring right now, and you can just see in his eyes what his intentions are tonight.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the Cobra, Peters. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, back in tensions, Ортис.
Okay, guys, you went over the rules in the dressing room. You know what to do. Let's touch gloves.
When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number one. Two guys that can really take each other out. What's the best means of defense?
Well, if one guy says to himself, I'm not the power puncher, then he has to be smart. He has to be technically solid in all areas. He's going to have the edge.
Good defense, just covering up down low. Well-placed counter punch by Peters. Good block by the Cobra. I guess it's already a sign of things to come. They are not wasting any time toe-to-toe in round one.
If this is an appetizer, please bring on the meal.
Halfway through round number one. On the mark, the counter punch by Bad Intentions. What does the jab offer him here?
Victory.
It's as simple as that.
It sure is.
Gets rid of that effort. Both these guys obviously hopeful that their cut men will be up to the task tonight. What does it take to be a great cut man?
And you know, that's a great question. First of all, you better have the right coagulants, the right chemicals, the right medications in that corner. Astatine, adrenaline, and you have to have Vaseline where you can put it on it. But the most important thing, you have to be calm. You can't panic. And you have to put pressure on that cut, just the right amount of pressure, and then you put those medicines in it, and then you better have a fighter that can give you a round or two. He can move around and not get caught right away. Give the medicine a chance to work.
Blocks the headshot. Well-targeted counterpunch by Peters. Final 10 seconds of round number one. Oh, and he comes in again, landing well. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Solid counter punch by Bad Intentions. scores again. Good block there by Bad Intentions.
Side to side, move your head.
Each man able to land an uppercut. Good work on the combination by Peters. Gets rid of that body shot. Good way to protect the midsection. And a smart counterpunch by Bad Intentions. What a nice combo by Peters. Halfway through this round here. Got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Peters' nose is starting to bleed. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in. Ortiz is making for a clinic here in combination punches.
Well, the first couple punches here, Joe, they're throwaway punches to really set up the payoff down the road. You see the third punch, the fourth punch, the fifth punch. They are the ones that wind up landing.
Turns to offense by Peters. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. Really wanted that uppercut, but just couldn't get it. Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic. And that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Good block by Bad Intentions. Good looking counterpunch. Ortiz is, I mean, you can tell by how committed he is at staying on the outside and just continuing to score like this, that he is employing a strategy that he really wanted to put forth.
Yeah, I give him a lot of credit because he understood what kind of fight he was getting ready for. A guy who was very strong but very slow-footed. So he's making sure that he does not feed into his opponent's strengths, and he makes sure that he exploits his weaknesses.
Not precise at all by Peters. Peters is a pro, but he's not a well-rounded pro because a better level of fighter would be committing to the body more here, wouldn't he, Teddy?
Yeah, well, first of all, he would recognize that that's where he's supposed to be going now that his opponent, you know, is taking off a little bit with those fast shoes. No better way to take those shoes off his feet than to go downstairs.
Coming to the halfway point of this third round. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Oh, a nice two-punch combo by Bad Intentions. He just missed that shot up top. Combo lands to the head. guard by bad intentions. Good block by Peters. Nice job to land that counter punch and getting away from one of his own by Peters. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Peters' cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. Here we go with the fourth round. Well-targeted two-punch combo by bad intentions. Good defensive skill with the block by bad intentions. Right back to it upstairs. Well, maybe one of the most impressive characteristics and traits in all of boxing. We're seeing it on display here. He has an iron chin.
Defense, more defense.
Peters' defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Good counter punch. Teddy, I know he's up on the scorecards here. He's got to be up on the scorecards, but he is getting really pushed here.
Yeah, he is. You know, this is a development fight. This is a fight where you come out of it and you get better. That doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes you just get another W. He is learning.
Ortiz has got the right idea right here. He cannot be swarmed and smothered like it's a wet blanket with his opponent draped on him. He needs to create that space. He has to push off. And another shot comes in. Ortiz is using that jab well very early on here, Teddy. That could be a big benefit to him tonight.
Well, it's supposed to be, Joe. He has a real good wingspan. I mean, he's got those long arms. No better way to put him to use than to use that jab and use that jab at the right distance.
That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Able to dismiss that body shot. He just missed that shot up top. A good counter by Peters. A crafty counter punch after a fine defensive effort by Peters. Committing to the combo now, both land. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Parries that punch intended for the head. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. You get the sense that they know no other way how to fight. They are going at it, back and forth, toe-to-toe, punch for punch. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
Joe, it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Ortiz is staying away from trouble. He's out there on the outside. And a smart counterpunch by Peters. Good two-punch combo by Peters. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Peters' movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand.
Keep on. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of the level.
The start of the 6th round. Landing 2 jabs by bad intentions. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Peters is now feeling the effects, Teddy, of having his opponent punch right through that guard.
Well, he should feel the effects. I mean, look, Joe, it's kind of like standing out in a rainstorm with an umbrella, and all of a sudden the wind's coming, and the rain's coming from the side, and you're standing there under the umbrella and say, why am I getting wet? Well, you're standing there covering up. The punches are coming from the side. They're coming from all angles. You're going to get wet.
You're not always protected. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Good way to protect the midsection. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counterpunch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Well, if ever you wanted to explain to somebody the benefits of distance while fighting, this is a perfect example by what we're seeing out of him on the outside.
Well, you know, so many times I see tall guys, and what the heck's the sense of being tall if you don't know how to fight tall? He knows how.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Good defense, just covering up down low. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Ortiz is doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight. Final 10 seconds of the 6th round. Ortiz is showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
Good block by the Cobra. Peters is learning a lesson here that you don't want to learn, and that is no head movement means you're going to take shots to the head.
Well, Customato used to tell me, if you don't move your head, guess what? The other guy will move it for you. Right now, the other guy is moving his head for him.
Painfully so. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Peters. On the mark, the counterpunch by Bad Intentions. Ortiz is being very efficient right here. I mean, he's just picking his shots. His accuracy is through the roof.
Well, that's one of the talents, and your hope is a talent of a top fighter, is his ability to pick his shots, to be calm enough to see the openings. He's seeing everything right now.
Accurate counterpunch by Bad Intentions. Committing up top now, he goes there again. Ortiz is throwing wide punches. If I'm standing opposite of that, I jump on it.
Yeah, well, if you're the fighter, that's where you have to be kind of like into a Kodak moment, where you take a picture and you say, okay, remember that, and the next time, bang, I'm going to take advantage.
And he returns on that exchange. I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
End of the round is upon us. And if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
Teddy, what do you think here as we start this round? I mean, you watch what he did in that last round, and you got to think that he can get himself back into this fight.
Well, that's how he's got to be thinking it. That's kind of what he's made up of. He's not a front runner. You know, he's not a fast starter anyway. He's the kind of guy that his real strength is to be able to weigh you down, to have a great resolve, and to be able to chip away. He's chipping.
Ortiz is doing a good job tonight on the outside. He's able to score from the outside, keeping a safe distance away from his opponent. Counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Peters. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Very clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counterpunch by Peters. clock. A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. Able to get rid of that one. Excellent counterpunch by Peters. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Again to the melon. Well, we told you it could be this kind of fight, and as advertised thus far. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Good defensive skill. Comes right back with some offense of his own. A stinging counterpunch after some fine defense by Peters. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. A minute to go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. Able to dismiss it. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. What a fight. What a great non-stop action fight this has been. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down blue and red corner what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
to it to the head. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. And a sharp counter punch by Bad Intentions. Ortiz's jab continues to carry the day. He's wanted it, he's got it. Now he's getting after it. Here comes another punch. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. What a good counter punch by Peters. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Peters is really being tested, and it may be a test that he actually failed before this fight, because I don't know that he came in tip-top shape. I just don't like the way he looks in terms of being a well-conditioned athlete right now.
Yeah, well, he looks a little soft. We talked about that. He looks like his body tone's not what it could have been, and also his weight was a little heavy. He's paying a price in those areas right now.
Round comes to an end here. Glad you've joined us ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas on another night at the fights. We're with you all year long, every step of the way, as is our crew. And the guys just don't get enough credit sitting back there in the production truck, but they make all this happen, Teddy.
Yeah, they do. Of course, Rick, Robbie, Mike, all you guys, Brian, Scott, Russ. We appreciate you doing all the difficult work while we get a chance to sit out here and enjoy the fun part. And by the way, you guys, after we just said that, you guys are picking up the tab tonight.
Good looking right hand after he got hit. Good block there by Peters. Took a shot, now he gives a left. There's the head shot, but he parries it away. Able to counter that attack. In the opening 2 minutes, a minute to go in this round. Some fine fundamentals, good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there, he let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
Ortiz's jab is now carrying this fight for him from the outside.
Yeah, because the jab is carrying the fight. You know, it all starts with that jab. And right now, that jab is leading the way.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark.
In and out, in and out, in and out. Let's move.
tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Come to the end of the round. Always interesting to see how things will play out in our fights. Teddy, it's always great anticipation when we come sit ringside and the build-up of what's going to happen.
Yeah, it is. And it's always great having a little electricity in the crowd. You know, it helps. I know it helps me with the broadcast to know that you have these passionate fans that are around.
Good block there by Bad Intentions. Nice block by the Cobra. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Good block there by the Cobra. Way to block there. Missed that uppercut. It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. Nice block by Peters. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. He missed with that headshot. Blocks the headshot. And we send it up to the ring at the end of this fight to hear what the judges had to say.
We go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score the fight a unanimous decision. Your winner, Bad Intentions, Ortiz.
Ortiz is your winner by a unanimous decision.
And that was a surprise right there. Coming into this fight, we thought we'd see maybe a knockout. But no, we wound up getting a strategic fight.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself a great night.